Holy cow, Mickey, in the year and a half that we've known each other, you started your agency, you've gotten it rolling. Now you've got a podcast, Granbury, Go Explore Granbury. Mickey, what was it like when you were just getting started out with your agency?
Well, a lot of desire, a lot of great ideas, and really not knowing exactly where to start or how to, just get things set into motion. And so, as I guess a lot of great ideas start out that way, I really want to do this, but I just don't know where to get started. And that's when I ran across one of your videos on YouTube, and it's like, oh, okay, well this sounds really interesting. I mean, been involved with like what I call hospitality marketing for a while, and so it really appealed to me. So I signed up, and and just been learning as I go ever since. And when I signed up about a year and a half ago, I was anticipating I'd be retiring at the end of December of 2022, and so this was kind of going to be my supplement my retirement income. And so that's really kind of what it's turned into.
Yeah. And you have been rocking it, implementing, taking imperfect action. I mean, doing a fabulous job. What's that journey been like? How have you gotten here to this point where you've got a podcast with sponsors and you've got people coming to you? What was that like?
Well, imperfect action is a great way to, I love that phrase. It's a great way to describe it because, I don't know about, other people, but I tend to be a really, really analytical person, and I overthink stuff to death and trying to figure out, okay, I've got to make this perfect and I got to get this before I can do this. And, at the end of the day, you just have to get your phone or your camera and push record and get out there and do it. And you're going to make mistakes. I've made plenty, and I've scrapped a lot of video that I thought was going to be great. And I even did one episode of my podcast that I had to go back and redo because I forgot to push record. So you talk about imperfect action, man. I am the poster child for imperfect action. But you learn something every single time you do something. And as long as I'm doing that, and I'm learning something every time, and I'm getting just a little bit better every time I go out, then, I have slowly learned that's what really matters. And, and come to, at the end of the day, a lot of people don't care. I mean, they just want to see, they like your content, and they just, and you've got to get it out there before people can consume it. I haven't had a single person come to me and say, man, you really need to brush up on your, on your video skills or whatever. Only compliments, about, hey, I love what you're doing, and that kind of thing.
That's fabulous. So so tell me about the restaurant owners. What have they been saying when you've been doing Facebook Lives, and you did that for a long time? Then in our program, we've started talking about doing Reels and TikToks, which I've seen your TikToks, love it. And now you've got this podcast. What's been the reception like from owners to that?
The reception's been really good. Of course, like anything else new, it takes some time to get some, get your foundation built and get awareness, build some awareness out there. So at first it may feel like you're basically, like with my podcast, it feels like maybe I'm talking to, myself, but, the listeners are building every week. The restaurant page is the East page is going really, really well. I've kind of pulled off doing the Reels and TikToks a little bit so that I could focus more on my podcast. But now that I've kind of got it going, this week, as a matter of fact, I'm going to really kind of renew my efforts on the vertical video.
Spitballing, just had an idea. Are you recording those podcasts with video and repurposing into like shorts and stuff?
I just recorded my first, this last podcast that I did for last week. It's a weekly podcast. Yeah. And I just videoed it last week. So again, that's something I've had in the planning stages, and was trying to, get the tech exactly right and everything. And then finally, I just set my camera up last week when I was recording the episode and just said, I'm going to video this. And, so I've got one in the barrel.
Great. You're kicking butt. What would you say to someone that's thinking about starting an Eats page, starting a podcast featuring local restaurants? What would you say to someone about that that's beginning that journey?
I would say, again, just jump out there and do it. If you're interested at all in, in food and drink and, in stuff like that, just do it. I mean, it's so, especially the Eats page, it's so simple to do now. Just get it set up and start, using, your program is so good about, hey, it's really simple. I mean, you don't need any really specialized training. You just go and say, hey, I'd like to, can I help promote your business? Can I help promote the hamburgers you sell or whatever? And very, very few people are going to, say no to that. And it's a wonderful tool to get, to kind of get your foot in the door and to start building that relationship with these restaurant owners and managers, so that, they build that, you build that know, like, and trust. Mm-hmm. And, and before you know it, you're able to start, slowly but surely, presenting your other services to them. Well, if you like these, reels and TikTok videos that I'm able to do for you, I've got so much more that, that I could show you, and so many other ways that I can help you. And it's amazing how much more receptive people are after you've kind of been helping them for a while.
Yep. Micky, you're the man. How can people find you online? Where should they go?
Well, my Eats page is Granbury Eats. So I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok as at Granbury Eats. My podcast is Go Explore Granbury, and that is at goexploregranbury.com, and is my homepage for the podcast. And I've also got Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok on at Go Explore Granbury as well.